Nigel blinks at the budgerigar. The budgerigar blinks back. A French teacher at the local high school, Nigel prides himself on pedagogic prowess. Student resistance he does not brook. Examination results are Ofsted outstanding. Nigel agreed to Sylvie's pet on the basis of linguistic potential promised by Pet Shop Pete. "Oh, yeah, no, Mr. Blows," Pete said. "No worries. Taught the hind leg off a bleeding donkey, these little buggers. Already taught them a thing or two myself." Appalled by Pete's mangled language, Nigel was persuaded by his braggadocio. The bird he has named Bernard, with full French uvula throttle. Now he is trying to teach him French. But Bernard is a study in dumb insolence. Nigel wonders whether the pet shop owner has made a monkey of him. Ridicule Nigel does not brook either, but pride prevents him from returning to the shop to challenge plausible Pete. If Sylvie can't have a baby, she'd choose a puppy or a kitten. But dogs and cats can't talk. Well, they can in stories. But Daddy says, "Don't be silly, Sylvie, you've got to learn to live in the real world." Sylvie wanted to call the budgie after her funny uncle Liam, who throws her up in the air and twizzles her round and round till she's giddy. But Daddy said that isn't appropriate, whatever that is. Mummy said, "Nigel, for heaven's sake, lighten up, Liam would be tickled pink." Daddy said, "Rachel, she's got to learn." But Sylvie isn't sure what. Saying Bernard is hard. Sylvie's sick of Daddy going, "Repeat after me." It makes her throat hurt. She calls the budgie Bernie when Daddy isn't there. "Stupid bird." Daddy rakes the cage with his noisy nails. He pokes a finger through the bars. Bernie bites it hard. Sylvie puts her hand over her mouth and tries not to giggle. Daddy doesn't like silly little girls. Sylvie loves Bernie. It's not his fault he's not a baby or puppy or kitten. Mammy says, "You're a proper little mother, aren't you, pet?" Sylvie cleans out Bernie's cage every morning. She tops up his seed and water. She feeds him little bits of apple or banana for a treat. She chats to him while he's bashing his bell or swinging his swing. She checks the windows closed before she lets him out for his bedtime flyabout. "Hello, hello, hello," says Bernard. "What have we here?" Sylvie and Rachel clap their hands. "Sylvie, Sylvie, Sylvie!" Sylvie and Rachel laugh. "Who's a pretty boy then?" Bernard asks. Sylvie and Rachel chuckle. Nigel frowns. "How are you today?" Bernard politely inquires. "His pronunciation isn't up to scratch," Nigel says, "and he keeps dropping his H's." Sylvie and Rachel roll their eyes. "Now pay attention, Bernard," Nigel raps, advancing on the cage. Bernard turns his back, raises his tail, and shits copiously. Rachel and Sylvie put their hands over their mouths. Nigel's face is red. "Repeat after me," Nigel says. "Hello. Hello." Bernard blinks. "How?" Nigel intones. Bernard closes one eye. "Bugger her off, he says. There is a pause. Wanker. Sylvie lets Bernie out of his cage. He's perching on the curtain rail when the phone trills in the kitchen. Sylvie, Rachel calls. Angela's on the phone. Come and have a quick word, will you, sweetheart? It's about her party. Back in a sec, Bernie, Sylvie says. She clicks the door shut behind her and goes to take the call. When she gets back, the window is open and Bernie has gone. Carelessness carries consequences, Nigel says. She's got to learn.